In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. Texas Senate bill seeks to require Harris County to assist ICE. Parents of Texas measles victims stand firm against vaccines. Texas Senate passed a bill mandating the display of the Ten Commandments. Austin Airport flights back on track after temporary ground stop. AI firm Perplexity eyes TikTok acquisition. Trump declassifies 1,100 files related to JFK assassination, now online. Over 400 Palestinians dead after Israeli airstrikes hit Gaza. Magramo secures WBC international title. 2025 National Lumpia Day, a festive tribute to Filipino flavor, togetherness.
I am Neska.
And I am MJ.
And tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America.
And in the great state of Texas.
So sit back, relax, and let Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. A Texas bill under consideration, or Senate Bill 8, mandates that sheriffs in counties with more than 100,000 residents partner with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. The bill directs local law enforcement to participate in the federal 287G program. Supporters state that the bill formalizes cooperation between local sheriffs and ICE. They say the measure would establish clear guidelines for handling immigration-related cases in local jails and field operations. Some sheriffs express concerns about the financial impact. Participation in the 287G program may require additional costs for staffing, training, and operations. It isn't clear whether the state or federal government would provide funding or if counties would cover the costs. Critics raise concerns about the bill's effect on law enforcement and community relations. Some argue that increased immigration enforcement could lead to racial profiling and reduce trust in law enforcement. Legal experts and officials have also questioned the division of responsibilities. Some argue that immigrant enforcement is a federal duty and that involving local sheriffs may create legal and operational issues. Counties may need to address compliance with both state and federal regulations.
A measles outbreak in Texas has led to over 300 confirmed cases since late January, with at least 40 individuals hospitalized and one child dead, according to the Texas Department of State Health Services. Health officials have declared the outbreak a public health concern and are urging increased vaccination efforts to contain the spread of the disease. The child who died from measles complications was unvaccinated, health officials confirmed. The child's parents, despite their loss, remain opposed to vaccinations. Measles spreads through respiratory droplets from coughs and sneezes, making it highly contagious. Symptoms include high fever, cough, runny nose, and a red rash, with potential complications such as pneumonia and brain swelling. Health experts stress that the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is highly effective in preventing infections. State and local health departments have launched vaccination clinics to increase access to the MMR vaccine. Officials are collaborating with schools, healthcare providers, and community organizations to promote vaccination and public health education on the disease. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention continues to recommend the MMR vaccine as the best defense against measles.
A Texas judge has temporarily suspended operations at several Houston area clinics amid allegations of illegal abortion services and unlicensed medical practices. The clinics, operated by Maria Margarita Rojas, known as Dr. Maria, are accused of performing abortions in violation of Texas' stringent abortion laws and employing unlicensed individuals posing as medical professionals. The affected clinics include Clinica Waller Latino Americana in Waller Clinica, Latino Americana Telge in Cypress, and Latino Americana Medical Clinic in Spring. The suspension will remain in effect until a hearing on March 27, where the court will decide on a more permanent injunction. Rojas, 48 years old, was arrested on March 6 and charged with the illegal performance of abortions and practicing medicine without a license. If convicted, she faces fines of $100,000 per abortion and potential imprisonment. Her employee, Jose Manuel Sendan Ley, was also arrested on related charges. These arrests mark the first criminal charges for performing abortions in Texas since the state's near total abortion ban took effect following the 2022 repeal of Roe v. Wade. Attorney General Ken Paxton emphasized the state's commitment to enforcing its pro-life laws and prosecuting individuals performing illegal abortions.
The Texas Senate on Wednesday passed a bill mandating the display of the Ten Commandments in public school classrooms across the state. The proposed legislation, referred to as Senate Bill 10, received approval in the Republican majority chamber with a 20-11 vote following party lines. Senate Bill 10 stipulates that every public school classroom should feature a durable poster and framed copy of the Ten Commandments. The text must be displayed prominently, with each copy measuring no less than 16 inches in width and 20 inches in height. If it gains approval, the bill could be enacted for the 2025 to 2026 academic year. Legal challenges are anticipated in response to the measure. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick emphasized the bill as a priority for the legislative session.
The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, implemented a temporary ground stop at Austin Bergstrom International Airport, disrupting air travel in the region. The ground stop, which affected flights arriving from the Houston airspace, was issued to address safety concerns and operational challenges, according to the FAA. During the ground stop, incoming flights to Austin were held at their departure airports or rerouted, leading to delays for passengers and airlines. Outbound flights from Austin also faced disruptions due to air traffic congestion. The FAA did not specify the exact reason for the halt, but emphasized that such measures are standard procedures used to maintain safety and efficiency in air travel. Air traffic controllers in Houston and Austin coordinated efforts to manage the situation and minimize further disruptions. Passengers were advised to stay informed through airline communication channels, including official websites and social media updates. Airlines worked to adjust flight schedules and accommodate affected travelers.
A flight from Houston to Dallas was diverted after an engine caught fire shortly after takeoff. The aircraft experienced the malfunction, which led to visible flames in the engine. The pilot made the decision to divert the flight to the nearest airport. Upon landing, passengers were evacuated onto the wings as part of the emergency procedure. Emergency services were on standby to assist and ensure safety. No significant injuries were reported, though some passengers experienced minor discomfort. The airline issued a statement recognizing the professionalism of the flight crew and the response of emergency services. The airline is cooperating with aviation authorities in an investigation to determine the cause of the engine fire, including reviewing the aircraft's maintenance records. Passengers were provided with accommodations and alternate travel arrangements following the diversion. An investigation into the incident is underway.
A federal jury in San Antonio has reached a verdict in the case involving the deaths of 53 migrants found in the back of a tractor trailer in 2022. The two individuals, Felipe Orduna Torres and Armando Gonzalez Ortega, were convicted for their roles in the smuggling operation that led to the fatalities. The incident occurred in San Antonio, where 53 migrants were left inside a tractor trailer without ventilation or adequate provisions. The extreme heat in the truck resulted in many victims succumbing to heat stroke and suffocation. Emergency responders found the truck abandoned on a remote road, where they assisted the survivors and recovered the bodies of the deceased. During the trial, the court heard testimonies from survivors and reviewed evidence linking Orduna Torres and Gonzalez Ortega to the planning and execution of the operation.
Perplexity, an AI search startup, has announced its interest in acquiring TikTok, the popular video sharing platform currently under scrutiny by the U.S. government due to national security concerns over its Chinese ownership. In a recent blog post, Perplexity outlined plans to integrate its AI-driven search capabilities with TikTok, aiming to enhance user engagement and address privacy issues. TikTok, owned by China's ByteDance, has faced increasing pressure from the U.S. to divest its U.S. operations or risk a ban. The U.S. government is concerned about the data privacy and potential national security risks associated with the app's Chinese ties. In response, ByteDance is exploring various options, including selling TikTok's U.S. operations. Competing bidders for TikTok's U.S. operations include Oracle, Microsoft, and a consortium led by Frank McCourt. China has expressed strong opposition to a forced sale of TikTok, stating that such a move would harm investor confidence in the United States.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I am here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
The Trump administration released over 1,100 previously classified files related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy on Tuesday. These documents, now available in the U.S. National Archives and Records Administration website, consist of over 31,000 pages. The National Archives holds a collection of over 6 million pages of records, photographs, motion pictures, sound recordings, and artifacts related to the 1963 assassination. President Donald Trump had previously indicated the release of the remaining classified files, which was part of an effort to declassify federal records related to the assassinations of Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. Trump presented the pen used in the signing to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has expressed skepticism about the official account of the assassination. On November 22, 1963, President Kennedy and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy visited Dallas, where shots were fired at the motorcade from the Texas School Book Depository building. Lee Harvey Oswald, arrested as a primary suspect, was shot and killed by Jack Ruby 2 days later. The Warren Commission concluded that Oswald acted alone, though alternative theories about the assassination persist. In the 1990s, the government required that all assassination-related documents be stored in a single collection within the National Archives. These files were set to be opened by 2017 unless exemptions were made by the president.
Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla stated in a Senate hearing that approximately 95% of wrongful deaths attributed to the anti-drug campaign under former President Rodrigo Duterte's administration lacked official police documentation. The statement was made as part of an ongoing investigation into Duterte's alleged crimes against humanity, a case under review by the International Criminal Court. During the hearing, Remulla addressed concerns about the justice system's capacity to handle the aftermath of the drug war. He acknowledged challenges in prosecuting those responsible for alleged abuses, prompting calls for reforms to strengthen judicial processes. Human rights organizations and international bodies have criticized the campaign, citing allegations of extrajudicial killings and human rights violations. The lack of documentation has raised questions about accountability within law enforcement agencies. The ICC is investigating potential human rights violations committed during Duterte's presidency. Several human rights groups have called for a thorough investigation into the drug war's operations. They emphasize the importance of holding individuals accountable for any illegal actions and ensuring justice for victims.
Israeli airstrikes targeted multiple areas throughout the Gaza Strip, resulting in the deaths of more than 400 Palestinians, according to local health officials. The majority of those killed were women and children. This is the deadliest attack since the conflict began 17 months ago and marks the end of a ceasefire that had been in place since January. The airstrikes were carried out under the direction of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. They followed a period of relative calm in the region, disrupting the fragile peace that had been maintained for several months. Gaza's health ministry confirmed the high number of fatalities and reported that many of the wounded were in critical condition. Medical facilities in the region are overwhelmed by the influx of casualties, and the healthcare sector, already stretched thin due to years of conflict and limited resources, is struggling to provide adequate care. Israeli officials defended the strikes, stating they were a response to perceived threats and aimed at disrupting militant activities in Gaza.
The Philippine Consulate General in Houston, in partnership with Wisteria Kababaihang Rizalista Incorporated or KRI, conducted a personal safety and basic self-defense seminar for the Filipino-American community as part of this year's National Women's Month celebration. Lieutenant Colonel Mayra Cardenas of the Sugarland Police Department led a discussion on personal safety and demonstrated basic self-defense techniques. The seminar aimed to equip participants with practical skills to enhance their safety and awareness. In her opening remarks, Vice Consul Tanya Gaurano highlighted this year's NWMC theme, Babae sa lahat ng sektor, aangat ang bukas sa bagong Pilipinas. She emphasized the importance of fostering a strong community that supports and empowers women. The event was part of ongoing efforts to promote women's empowerment and safety within the Filipino community.
The vibrant flavors of Filipino cuisine filled the air on National Lumpia Day 2025 as the community came together for a day of food, culture, and camaraderie at Kain na Filipino Cuisine. The event, organized by the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Greater San Antonio or PACC-GSA, was a resounding success, bringing food lovers, local businesses, and community leaders together to celebrate lumpia, a beloved Filipino delicacy. The festivities kicked off with a momentous occasion, the official city proclamation of National Lumpia Day, delivered at 11 a.m. A mouth-watering lumpia buffet served as a centerpiece, giving attendees the chance to indulge in various delectable variations of the crispy Filipino spring roll. Guests had the opportunity to taste the traditional flavors as well as creative twists on the classic recipe. One of the event's standout moments was the Lumpia Throwdown 3.0, an exciting cooking competition that featured some of the area's top chefs and home cooks, each vying to create the best lumpia. The culinary battle was a crowd favorite, highlighting the creativity and passion behind Filipino cuisine. Adding to the fun, a special lumpia rolling competition featured several mayoral candidates, including Honorable Gina Ortiz-Jones, 27th Undersecretary of the Air Force, and District 6 Councilwoman Melissa Caballo Haverda. The day was further enhanced by the presence of notable local figures and dignitaries who emphasized the event's importance in promoting cultural diversity and fostering inclusivity. Attendees were delighted to see figures like Councilman Mark White and Honorable Gunther Emil Sales, Consul General, actively participating in the festivities, underscoring the event's significance in not just preserving Filipino traditions, but also enriching the broader community.
This proclamation today from the City of San Antonio, whereas the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Greater San Antonio will celebrate National Lumpia Day, March 16th, 2025 at Kain na Filipino Cuisine.
As what Jean mentioned earlier, lumpia is not just a dish. It's actually a community. It's a culture. It is a shared tradition. And we're doing this not just here in Greater San Antonio, but you'll see lumpia in all Filipino events, in all Filipino celebration.
So National Lumpia Day is something very special to our hearts. It's something where it's an event where we can be proud of our food, we can be proud of our culture, and lumpia is that one thing that is painstakingly prepared, but lovingly shared.
We're very happy to be here. Lumpia is a very important Filipino cuisine in the Philippines. It's eaten by everyone and it's comfort food, but it speaks of our culture, it speaks of our heritage. And having this proclamation and formal recognition from the city of Antonio is quite important because it shows that the Filipino community is strong, it's vibrant, and it's recognized.
Tune into Legal Treats with attorney Eileen Ligot Dizon
every Friday 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Get your weekly dose of legal knowledge, especially on family matters like divorce, child custody, child support, estate planning, probate and immigration.
Engage in discussion by posting your questions or comments during the show.
See you every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. That would be Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Philippines. Don't miss out.
Former Formula One team owner and motorsport entrepreneur Eddie Jordan has passed away at the age of 76. He died of cancer at his residence in South Africa, his family confirmed on Thursday. Jordan, born in Dublin, Ireland, was a key figure in the world of Formula One. He founded Jordan Grand Prix in 1991, a team that became known for its competitive spirit and innovative approach. The team played a pivotal role in launching the career of Michael Schumacher, who made his Formula One debut with Jordan at the 1991 Belgian Grand Prix before going on to become one of the sport's most successful drivers. Under Jordan's leadership, the team quickly gained recognition within the highly competitive world of Formula One. Their breakthrough came in 1998 when driver Damon Hill secured the team's first Grand Prix victory in Belgium. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Jordan Grand Prix was a respected presence of the grid or on the grid, competing against larger, well-funded teams. Beyond team ownership, Jordan was known for his charismatic personality and keen business acumen.
Arvin Magramo emerged victorious in the Manny Pacquiao Presents Blow-by-Blow event held at Okada, Manila, claiming the vacant World Boxing Council or WBC International Light Flyweight title. The 28-year-old boxer triumphed over former world champion Rene Marcorto in a thrilling bout on Thursday night. Magramo's victory was secured by a unanimous decision from the judges. With this win, Magramo's professional record now stands at 19 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, including 11 knockouts, further enhancing his status in the boxing world. Another highlight of the night was Iman Bacosa, who extended his perfect record with a dominant performance. Known for his explosive punching power and swift footwork, Bacosa captivated the crowd with his display of skill. His victory added to the growing anticipation surrounding his potential in the sport. Manny Pacquiao, in his role as the event organizer, expressed his pride in the performances of the fighters and reiterated the importance of offering platforms for emerging talents.
A federal judge has dismissed a copyright lawsuit against Mariah Carey over the 1994 holiday song All I Want for Christmas Is You. The ruling, issued on March 19, 2025 by Judge Monica Ramirez Almadani, grants summary judgment in favor of Carey and co-writer Walter Afanasieff, avoiding a trial. The lawsuit was filed by Angie Stone and Troy Powers, who allege that Carey's song copied elements from their 1989 track of the same name, performed by Vince Vance and the Valiants. The plaintiffs sought $20 million in damages, arguing that the two songs shared similarities in melody, lyrics, and theme. Stone and Powers expressed disappointment with the ruling, while Kerry and Afanasieff welcomed the dismissal, reaffirming their commitment to originality in songwriting.
ABS-CBN's documentary Beanie Chapter 1 Born to Win has been shortlisted for the 2025 New York Festival's TV and Film Awards. The documentary, which explores the origin story of the Filipino girl group Beanie, is nominated in the Documentary Biography or Profiles category. This recognition is part of an international competition that annually celebrates excellence in television and film productions worldwide. The New York Festival's TV and Film Awards is a prestigious global event attracting entries from numerous countries. It provides a platform for filmmakers to showcase their work to a global audience. Produced by ABS-CBN and I Want Originals, the documentary has gained attention for its in-depth portrayal of Beanie's journey.
As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you're planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate weather forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecasts.
Here's the weather forecast from March 23rd to March 29th in Houston, Texas. On March 23rd, Sunday, the highest temperature is 85 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect warm conditions with a chance of thunderstorms in the late afternoon. On March 24th, Monday, the highest temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Anticipate partly cloudy skies with a slight chance of showers. On March 25th, Tuesday, the highest temperature is 78 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 62 degrees Fahrenheit. The day will be mostly sunny with mild temperatures. On March 26th, Wednesday, the highest temperature is 76 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect partly cloudy conditions with a gentle breeze. On March 27th, Thursday, the highest temperature is 79 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Anticipate mostly sunny skies with comfortable temperatures. On March 28th, Friday, the highest temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. The day will be warm with abundant sunshine. On March 29th, Saturday, the highest temperature is 84 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect partly cloudy skies with a slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Nesca Centina.
And I am MJ Concepcion from Lawin Weekly News, or Media Network.
Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.